Yes, thank you, thank you. All right. So 2 days ago, I opened up LinkedIn, and I happened to see a post from a woman. You see, this woman has a background as an engineer, and she's in aviation. And this post was disheartening because she described what was happening as her accomplishments and her history being like a digital book on fire. You see, a public affairs had let them know that they were going to remove every article that mentioned anything about being minority and anything about being a woman. This was the United States Air Force that removed these articles. And the funny thing is that as women, only 15% of women are engineers. Only 9% of aviators are women. So it's natural within all of these articles to either mention that she is a woman, and for anyone else, it is natural for them to mention they are minority. So just like that, the history, the achievements, the hard work of this individual is slowly disappearing. Actually, pretty quick. It's been pretty quick. So we look at this. We look at the disappearing of history, all because an article mentioned womanhood. And this also happened just as much to minorities. This woman that spoke about it, her name is Jessica Sting Peterson. And that particular post didn't leave me. And I knew that's exactly what we had to talk about today, right? This is Women's History Month, as we know. And we're going to talk about the strides we've made in history, but have we really made full strides with where we are today? And then we're going to talk about how us as individuals have an opportunity to be empowered and then take that empowerment and give it to others within our environment. And from there, we could talk about what it is in modern day and age that actually gives us an opportunity to come together. Because we have a lot more opportunity than we realize to combat what's out there. In 1974, it was changed the rules that they could not discriminate on credit for housing for women. So women couldn't purchase their own house until after 1974, right? Word. And then in 1986, they actually talked about abuse in the workplace because of your gender. I don't know who feels comfortable sharing here, but I know that I dealt with plenty of abuse in the workplace when I was in corporate just because I am a woman. Sexual harassment is part of that abuse. Gentlemen, you have an opportunity to be better, right? It goes both ways, but this is an opportunity. But then in 1993, Ruth Bader Ginsburg became the second woman appointed to the Supreme Court. But it was, that's right, that's right. But how is it in 1993 she's only the second woman to be appointed to the Supreme Court? That's crazy. Where's our representation been? In 1997, federal funding could not be given to institutions unless they had an equal representation of female and male athletes. That's like yesterday. I was alive during that time, right? So many of us were alive during, I don't know, I might be aging myself. But anyway, we were alive, right? In 2005, it wasn't until Hillary Clinton became a senator for the state of New York that a woman was actually represented in the Senate. And then Condoleezza Rice became the first Secretary of State, the first black woman to be Secretary of State. In 2009, Sonia Sotomayor became the first Hispanic male and female, the first Hispanic on the Supreme Court. There you go. And it wasn't until 2021 that a woman was able to become Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. And so we clap, but this all just happened yesterday if you think about it. And so why has it taken so long for women to have space in history? It's almost as if we are a woman, and dare I say minority as well, that we are expected to be in a construct of society, to walk a certain way. We are told who we have to be, what we have to be, when we have to be, where we have to be, how we have to be at all times. But dare we've been given a vision as individuals to be something outside of that construct, outside of that box. Every single stat we talked here, someone dared to dream. Someone dared to be something different, to follow the vision that they were given, right? Amen. But what did it take to make it happen? It took a mindset that was different, and it took an environment that actually supported one another. Because you will not be able to move forward in this life alone, but that doesn't mean that the vision you've been given is not important. But there's more opportunity, because a healthy environment can positively impact you and help you continue to grow, so that you have more opportunity to become your best self. And that is extremely important when it comes to our opportunity to move forward as people, as women, as minorities. You see, there's power in division. They want to tear us apart. I got food color on my leg. They want to tear us apart, because that's when they're able to continue forward with the programming. But when we have an opportunity to come together, well, now we can really start to make waves and change things. You see, we have the power to question that programming every single day. That negative, hateful thought of yourself, hold up. What's the opposite of that you can transform, right? And it's in today's day and age, in modern society, that we actually find we have an opportunity to connect and communicate. As a woman, I'll be honest with you, we're going to talk about single woman dating right now. I did not realize that I was the only one that was dealing with the crap that was out there, until I started really seeing on social media that other people were going through it too. Women turn on their location to go on a date with men, right? Yeah. They share their contact information, their phone number, their everything, because of safety, right? Yeah. And women have been told, you need to be, act, and do certain things. Because we're talking about Women's History Month now, right? Yeah. So we're expected to be married young, pop out a lot of kids, and serve at home. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. He put his thumb down. That was in solidarity. All right. So what if a woman's vision has been given to her to do something else? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's her career. Maybe it's where she's moving forward. And the same goes for the gentleman. You do not have to be stuck in a construct that you have been put in. You have the opportunity to go find your tribe and change your environment and become your greatest self. Thank you. So let's use this opportunity now to really communicate with one another. Let's use this opportunity to share those dating stories, to share the reality of our culture, because we have an opportunity to move it forward. History will continue to be erased, deleted, and changed. But it is up to us as individuals to combat that programming and come together as one and pour into each other and remind ourselves of the power of our environment to make each other better. And we can use modern technology, we can use coming together, we can use rooms like this to share our plight and continue to uplift and empower each other. So today, I ask each one of you that the moment the programming crosses your mind, like, look at her, she ain't think she don't look all that, nothing. Oh, I can't stand her hair, who she thinks she is? Or why do they sound like that? Instead, let's look at that person and say, you get it, boo. You are an inspiration. You are empowering. You inspire me. And that is what I ask each of you to do. When you walk out of this room, when you have a negative thought about someone else, take the opportunity to shift the programming, unlearn what has been taught to you, and relearn an opportunity for us to come together and see each other as more than what the world is telling us we have to see. My name is Rocky Toro. It has been a pleasure speaking with all today. Thank you all so, so much.
Thank you.
Hey.